With the growing public alarm over the effects of science and technology on societies all over the world, we are soon going to have a chance to rethink the basic questions of education, questions which have very little to do with reading, writing, and arithmetic, but much more to do with the fundamental questions of human existence. In what curriculum shall a good life be found? How should we all live? What shall we do with our children? My own suspicion is that systematic government compulsion schooling is doomed. Whether meetings like this occur or not, that it's doomed. There's no way to tinker with this thing to make it work much better than it does already. And soon the monopoly is going to have to be surrendered because it hurts people too much and it is far too expensive. If well-schooled children are the goal, they can be turned out at a fraction of the cost of government-schooled children. John Chubbs of the Brookings Institute responded to charges that breaking the government monopoly would hurt poor children and children of color by producing figures that showed private and parochial schools are far better integrated than the public schools are at about half the cost. But frankly, I don't think the world can afford well-schooled children at all anymore, whether they come from the factories of government, of church, or of private industry. We need a different kind of man and woman to tackle the future, the kind of young people who accept the obligations of living joyfully and with responsibility. To get to this new place, we need a vision of what an education is and what a school should be. Only out of a clearly spoken vision can come the mutual hope we need to find ways to get there. Curriculum is only the Latin word for a race course, the path by which a horse gets to its destination. We have not even begun to agree as a nation on a destination for education that is worthwhile. Beating other countries, scoring well on tests, getting a good job, all these are low evasions of what the human spirit really needs. All are ways to duck the truth that we have failed thus far to pay the price in argument, in debate, in agony, and in love that a strong vision would cost us. Without a vision, all the talk about reforming curriculum leads nowhere. Unless we can convince ourselves, our children included, that the new course is worth following, it will not work any better than the old course did. And why should it? A political state, by its very nature, provides a vision that misfits human nature. States are exercises in power and coercion, not exercises in wisdom. If we learn to read better and were given time to reflect in our youth, I think we would all realize this. The vision, certainly the people who founded this country and gave us the Bill of Rights understood that clearly, that the state was no guarantee of your rights, but just the reverse. That's why schools aren't mentioned at all in the Bill of Rights of the Constitution. Not a word, not a hint of it. They understood what it was. The kind of colonization of the human mind. A vision has to be a destiny far beyond winning, beyond money, beyond, as the gentleman said yesterday, schools should be about good health and money. For the question always reemerges, good health to what end? Money to what end? Why are we doing these things? Messy and as unpleasant as it will be for a practical people like Americans are, the sequence has to start with clear goals. And if the town can't provide you clear goals, if the state can't provide you clear goals, or the nation can, then you've got to provide them for yourself.
time when we heed a certain call, when the world must come together as one. There are people dying. Oh, when it's time to lend a hand to life, the greatest gift of all. We can't go on pretending day by day that somewhere will soon make a change. We all a part of God's great big family. And the truth, you know, love is all we need.